talking about it again. Gen Z is buying up homes. Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's up, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hyping, what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. It is Today in Mortgage, and I've got Rich Jefferson here with me again. Rich, how you been?
I'm great, Michael.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Hey, Rich, you have some Gen Z kids. Were they Gen Z? Or are they the new Gen Alpha? Where do your kids
They're
lie?
Gen Z. They are
Gen Z.
I believe, the last year of Gen Z.
Really? Okay, yeah. And then after that is
They're 18 today.
what they're calling Gen Alpha comes after that now, and that's going to be a whole nother bag of tricks. But today we're talking about Gen Z and younger millennials because we pulled up an article from Redfin.com, the title of which is Gen Zers and Young Millennials Took Out 40% of U.S. Mortgages in 2023. Rich, you sent this article to me yesterday. This is something we talked about, I don't know, maybe 7-8 months ago for stats from 2022. We're here in 2024 talking about 2023. Has anything changed?
No, they continue to be the predominant buyer right now. The young, again, Gen Z, the oldest of Gen Z, and the youngest of millennials. Like I said, the article is titled 40% of all sales that happen in 2023. So that's a big, that's a lot of buyers, and there's a lot more of them coming. So good stuff.
Yeah, when you think about the segment of the population that represents, they are disproportionately buying way more homes than their counterparts and other generations. And so it says 2 in 5 new mortgages issued last year went to buyers under 35, and that is significant, right? And so that's that 40%. There's a chart in here. We'll maybe throw it up on the screen and link to the article below, but it kind of shows the trends over time. And I was actually kind of surprised by this. It shouldn't have been that surprising to me because this data's been here for a while, but just kind of seeing that graphical representation of it. Rich,
Yeah.
what are the rest of the generations doing?
Oh, they're still buying too. I mean, again, a lot of your buyers are Gen Xers, definitely, and some of the baby boomers are still doing some buying. We're talking about Gen Z and millennials being 40% of all sales. So obviously you got 60% in those other areas. But the exciting thing about Gen Z is their home ownership rate is much higher compared to, Gen X and millennials at their same age. So these young folks are coming out and they're buying homes. They know where American wealth is for the common person, right? It's in real estate. And with home ownership rising, home prices rising, a lot of equity, a lot of wealth. What I just read the other day, there's $17 trillion in equity in American homes today.
Wow.
17 trillion. That's a lot of wealth.
Yeah, and I think the good news here, we talked a little bit about this before the call, Rich, is that when I was graduating from college, I'm a millennial coming into the workforce. Options were pretty scant. Obviously, we're coming out of the Great Recession. We're in the Great Recession, and really coming out of college right now, Gen Zs are stepping into a workplace and a situation where they have a lot of power in their salary, and they're really able to jump straight into some of these financial decisions that maybe I wasn't able to coming straight out of college when I graduated. And so I think that's where some of that number comes from. And it's exciting because that means that they are also going to be able to get a jump start on other parts of their lives if they want to, building their wealth and other means, starting families, getting married, hopefully those kind of things. We've seen trends away from that. Obviously, like there's been so much, angst in the marketplace about, millennials are delaying these big pieces of their life. I'm wondering if we're going to see, continuation of that trend, or maybe because of stuff like this, maybe a little bit of reversal, but I don't know. That's just speculation.
Yeah, Michael, and I hope this isn't just a trend that's going to fizz out. I mean, these younger buyers are coming, the younger Gen Zs are coming out of college, like you said, able to make, heck, just in my own family's nieces and nephews, they're coming out making 80, 90 grand, because whatever they studied is in need, and companies are paying them, right? The cost of living has increased. So many things have increased, and jobs are paying more money today. So then when you and I came out from college, I had a $35,000 salary plus some commission. And today, that same job is probably $75,000 or $80,000 plus commission and bonus. So things change. So I hope this is actually a trend that continues for young people, because they're going to need to continue to make more money with the way home prices are rising. That's the only thing that can really stop it, is if home prices come up so much and interest rates stay elevated, you know, the cost of home ownership becomes more and more expensive, so much so that it'd be cheaper to rent, and that'd be tragic.
Yeah, Rich, that's an interesting dichotomy there. You point out that there is definitely more buying power, but the things are way more expensive now than they used to be. And we've talked about that in the past. And I think there's another interesting kind of split in what we're talking about today and some things we've talked about in the past, like Gen Z, they're coming out of college and making more money. Some of these people are able to go into the housing market and really get started on that. But we've also seen kind of the opposite side of that, where we've looked at stats in this generation where student debt's very high and it's harder to buy a home because of that, or, you know, other opportunities have not been presented. So it's important when you look at these things to know, like, hey, this is the trend, but it's not the rule. And as we're talking to younger buyers, younger borrowers about these things, about their finances, understanding that there's nuance in every situation, right, Rich?
Oh, definitely. And keep in mind that a lot of the Gen Z, they are getting assistance from their parents, grandparents, and that's helping them buy in these situations too. Not all of them, but some. We're seeing it. So much so that we just launched a product recently called the Network Family Loan, which gives a grandparent the ability not to gift and have tax consequences, but to actually loan. So they're doing a family loan as opposed to a gift. And that loan has payments or not associated. It's up to the family member. We draw up the note. We do the collecting if you would like us to do the collecting of the payment. Otherwise, they can pay the family member direct. There's a lot of great things happening with that family loan. It's a really good option for some of these young buyers today. Instead of getting a gift, they're getting a family loan. And that's, you know, it's just another way for a family member to help out, because not all grandparents just want to gift the money for tax consequences, they just don't want to give money to their grandchildren. So, but this is their opportunity to help and assist and do a family loan, which is, if you want to know more information about that, please reach out to Network Funding today.
Yeah, yeah, that's either parents or grandparents or a family member. It's just another way that network funding is being creative in how we can help people get into the homes that they want. And so there's a lot of tools out there. Rich, you've mentioned a ton of them in the past. We got a lot of DPA things. We got a lot of creative financing. We got a lot of ways to work around some of the perceived limitations out there in the marketplace. So that's kind of where we excel in being able to offer a wide product range to help people get where they need to be, and also coach our people, our loan officers, on how to offer, sell, and market those things. So if you're interested in learning more about that and how you can be a part of the best network in mortgages and understand and market and deliver those products in a way that is really helpful and guiding to your clients, click on the Grow link below. We'll get you all the information you need to know on that as well. Rich, generational shifts are happening. People are moving. The market's heating up. Tell me anything else you got to tell me on this trend.
That's it. Young buyers are buying homes. Young people are buying homes. That's great news.
It is great news, and we've seen several of these good indicators in the past couple of weeks. I know here we are very excited about what's coming in the summer for summer buying season and even beyond that. So it's definitely been an optimistic time, and we are excited about that, especially coming after the year that we had last year. And so, Rich, thank you so much for just bringing this to light for me, for bringing it to light to everyone who's out there watching and listening. If you are out there watching and listening, we appreciate you. We thank you, and we'll see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.